My name is Wendy Caverly, and I am the coach and founder of Crusaders Networking. And don't let the title fool you. I actually do not like the word networking. My goal is to teach great professionals how to connect intentionally and effectively so they can accomplish necessary goals on a consistent basis and create long-term value and success. Networking is an activity. It's like running or cooking. It's something that you do in pursuit of a greater goal. Crusaders and I actually am focused on accomplishing the greater goal and the multiple ways that you can get there. Not everybody wants to be at a random networking event. Not everybody is comfortable in a room full of strangers, and vice versa. Not every person is comfortable in the same room with the same people every 2 weeks or every week because they're in a referral group. There are multiple connecting strategies that are at play to help the professional consistently meet their goals and create that necessary network that they can build a foundation on. That's the biggest difference between how people traditionally view networking. They view it as the end, where I view it as an option to reach the final goal of connection. There are multiple goals that you can accomplish at one event at the exact same moment. That's why I'm all about productive, not busy. People perceive it as busy. I have to do a lot of stuff. But you and I both know you can busy yourself into bankruptcy. You can busy yourself right out of business and think, I don't understand. I was so busy. All of us great professionals have 4 goals that we need to accomplish on a regular basis. And those are create and maintain relationships, spot and leverage new opportunities, attract mentors or new collaboration partners so you can find your ways into larger rooms, and a measurable action plan so you can guarantee the progress you are making. So when you are at a random networking event, something like a meetup or a chamber event, you can go into this event attempting to connect with every person you meet to accomplish one of those goals. If you go in there with this intent and this strategy already in mind, it actually empowers you to take control of it. You can have a conversation with someone and you can decide if this is that person that you're going to build a relationship with because they're going to be your customer, or this person that you're talking with works with your customer, so you need to make them a collaboration partner. Or maybe they're not going to be a customer and they're not going to be a referral partner, but they provide a service that one of your clients needs. So now you get to look like a rock star because you've referred the answer to a client. There's multiple layers to that. That's why I love this skill set and this view of it so much. Is it is a very productive use of your time. You don't need to put more on your calendar. You just need to be effective at what you're doing right now. And that can even be as simple as just when you engage with your client. That's an opportunity to deepen a relationship, to build a greater connection, turn them into a raving fan. I mean, ideal referral partner for you is somebody who already loves you. Do you know how to add that layer, that intent, those words to make that a default for them too? Some people, they are social butterflies. They are not hesitant at all to go into that event. What they need is sometimes tempering, where they're not there to make friends. What questions do they ask? What purpose do they take? What do you want to get from this event? Do you want to connect with 5 new people that you know will result in 5 second conversations? This is where the introvert is very powerful at a random event. They are the most powerful people in the room. They love to ask questions and they love to listen. Since the goal of the event is not to make a sale, too many people think that's what networking is about, is making a sale, and your goal is to create a warm enough connection, I call it the warm fuzzy, that you can have another conversation with them. You don't even have to talk about yourself. You can direct the conversation and make it all about them because your goal is to talk again. You can empower yourself as an introvert by, I'm in control of the conversation. As soon as I get to the conversation to the point where I say, hey, can we have a cup of coffee next week? And they say yes, I don't have to talk to them anymore. I can go talk to somebody else. And the opposite is true for the extrovert. If they have certain goals in mind, they don't have to worry that they're overwhelming the introvert who's there because they think they're supposed to be or they know they're supposed to be. And it also keeps them from mistaking this is an opportunity to socialize and make friends. No, it keeps them focused on the business at hand. And the benefit to both of those is once they accomplish their goal, they can go home. Introverts love that. Extroverts get a drink. So for that particular instance, that's the idea. Here's a great way that I start conversations. I already know you're amazing. Tell me everything else. Works every time. They smile, they laugh, they relax, and then they share. And all I did was made them feel good about themselves. Or start, since the goal of the random is the next conversation, just say, so tell me, who's your favorite type of client? Or even ask them what sets them apart from their competition. And advanced technique, what questions are you actively listening for in the back of your mind while holding these out loud conversations? Because while you're connecting with these people, part of your mind is already processing what role are they going to play? Are they going to be that client, that collaboration partner, that mentor? Are they going to be the person that shows me what I don't want to do? Because the I don't want this is just as important as I do want this. And so you have all of these strategies going on in the back of your mind. So you're already categorizing this person and what role they're going to play in your network. You are there with purpose and intent, which also is very attractive to people. The person who walks into the room and goes sits in the corner and never talks to anybody, or the person that has no problem talking to everybody else. It's attractive. People will come to you. As I mentioned, I do an assessment. The assessment actually is for landscapes. And there is the farming, the foraging, the fishing, and the hunting categories. I define them by nature references because everyone understands the skill behind that. The people who are predominantly in the farming category, they are relationship builders. They like repetitiveness. They want to be of service to their network, to their client base. So traditionally, it's not unusual for them to be a service industry like an insurance agent or a financial advisor or a banker, someone that wants longevity. And they also tend to be a little bit more introverted. Pros and cons of each category is different. That's what the farmers are. The farmers are usually the person that they want the multi-year, multi-generational customer, and they're going to pick up the phone when you call every single time. Then you have your foragers. Your foragers are people who are really good at the random events. They're going to be the person that business owners should put at the expo table or send to the chamber events. They're the ones that know how to make friends quickly or how to make that connection quickly. And they're just as excited by connecting with someone for a new cup of coffee or for a new discovery call. The fishing people, that's the strategic growth. The people who are really strong in that landscape tend to be successful entrepreneurs, business owners, agency owners, because they have this natural desire to, how am I going to make this bigger? How am I going to get to the bigger rooms? And what you find with that is they connect, but they connect with purpose. The farmer gathers. They want people. They'll take every business card. They'll take every call. They'll take every conversation. The fisher is more selective. If they want time with you, they saw a potential connection for benefit for them and for you. They also tend to do things a little bit differently as well, where you're not going to find them necessarily focusing on the chamber, focusing on referral groups, focusing on meetups. You're going to find them at the places like the golf outing, the annual dinner, the annual meeting. These are people that their business has grown and they no longer need the busy, repetitive chamber, networking, referral groups. They have people that do that for them. They're focused on the bigger picture. They're focused on the boardroom. It's harder to get in front of them because they're movers and shakers. So those are the fishers. I have a potential client who inherited his company from his father. His father built it for 30 years and now he's inherited it and he's frustrated and he feels very stagnant, and it's because that's not his default landscape. He actually is going with his instinct, and his instinct is to farm with a little bit of foraging, but he is now the owner. He needs to step out of those roles and become comfortable with the growth, and that's one of the really truly beautiful parts of this assessment and this view of intentional connecting is it empowers you to recognize why you're feeling frustrated, why you're uncomfortable there, and gives you control over changing that story. So you and I both know just because you're an introvert doesn't mean you can't get good at a random event. And just because you're an extrovert doesn't mean you have to go in guns a-blazing. It's awareness, and awareness gives you the power to make the proper choices to still reach the goal. Adaptive, pivoting. And the other half of that is when you recognize how you function, you start recognizing how other people are functioning. So you can adjust yourself to meet them where they are. Marketing, sales, connecting, those are three sides of the same triangle. You need all three of them consistently. I actually work with sales trainers, with marketing people. I actually attended a networking event yesterday. I have a client who wanted me to come check out the event that he's a part of, and I have had 6 people reach out to me, or I've reached out to them. My very first thought is, why did I take the time to connect with these people if I'm not going to take the time to explore the opportunity? So for the next week, I will not be going to other events until I have properly explored the opportunities I have created now. I think that's a big challenge a lot of people have is, again, that busy versus productive. What was the point of connecting with 4 new people if you are not going to take the time to try to follow up with them or give them 30, 45 minutes of your time on a Zoom call? That's part of that foraging landscape, is leveraging the opportunities you have created. And I think a lot of people don't give themselves enough time to do that. I do love the socializing, but I also recognize that I'm there for business. It really is, how can I be of benefit to you if I'm not giving myself the time to actually explore this opportunity? What if I missed that dream speaking engagement, coaching client, referral partner, because I didn't give myself 30 minutes to follow up with you? Connect with me. I'm extremely active on LinkedIn. I do have my own website, wendycaverly.com, where that assessment is the big red button on the front. I have speaking engagements and programs on there. The website is very comprehensive. What advice would I leave you with? Why are you investing your money into being a part of associations, organizations, networking groups, chambers of commerce, if you're not going to take the time to explore the opportunities? You've invested your money, you've invested time. Make sure you give yourself time to get the results that you wanted.